This is The Lounge. On this very amazing Tuesday afternoon, I've got to congratulate you for making it right here to the program, The Lounge. My name is Melanie Ishola. Don't worry, this excitement, I'm not the only one who shares it. Joining me on set this afternoon are two amazing gentleman and lady. But as always, I start with the lady. So, to my delectable Margaret Osazua, good afternoon.
Hi.
And indeed, joining me as well is...
I
wanted you to say it yourself. I couldn't do justice.
Increase the tempo.
The baritone.
Lahomi.
What's the goal, Margaret?
Yoruba will not feel.
No, I just feel like you have to do that in a sort of Lahomi. That's like you.
I usually don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't have a bad mind, please.
Oh, right.
Wow, Melanie.
Well, while I am not guilty of having a bad mind, trust me, we're going to judge between the both of them who actually does have a bad mind. Now, ladies and gentlemen
I have a better mind.
of the metaverse, Laomi believes, and I say, I quote, that a woman needs all the BBLs, all the breast implants and whatnot to truly be a pretty woman. And so we are asking today, does a sexy body hook men? Do sexy bodies hook men? Anyways, I'm not going to talk too much, Margaret, but that's what Laho only said. While he had said that, there is a reason he said it. We need you to watch this with us. We had an amazing duo on the internet who seemed to have a bit of a conflicting ideology about this entire body looks and sexy body thing. Do stay right here with us to the back in a moment.
This will be happily married by now. Funka! If you want to keep a man, Nyash cannot be the only gameplay that you work with.
The earlier every one of you realizes, the better it will be for us.
Men, when they see big booty, the type of these booties that we see nowadays, all they think is, I just want to see what's there. Guys are going to pursue you, they're going to give you gifts, shower you with attention out of curiosity, not necessarily out of attraction. Even go. Once he sleeps with you, he's gone. Because he satisfied his curiosity until maybe you post some fire pictures again 2 months later. Now his curiosity has come back up. Then in that case, he now wants to come and taste it again. Chai!
If your appearance is your largest asset, you're going to do some whole shit.
Okay, that's it. You just saw that beautiful conversation. I don't know what to believe, what not to believe. But for what it's worth, you are welcome back to the lounge. My name is Melanie Ishola, and Margaret and Lahomi here have been having some behind-the-scenes conversations, and I truly want them to let it all out. The question is simple, really, and you're very free to join us as well. We look forward to receiving your call. Put a call across on 09133734592. Again, the number is right on your screen, and we cannot wait to hear you talk to us. Do sexy bodies keep men? I think it seemed like a very simple question, but when you look at it, Aneta was the first lady who spoke, and then she says, ladies, y'all really need to be able to keep men the same way you met men. You need to keep them coming and going. I think we have something hot coming in for us today. To pick or not to pick, please?
Let's speak.
All right, please. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from? Okay, please do well and call again. I wanted for us to at least set the tone for the conversation, but it seemed the topic today is quite hot. So, while I'm not doing all of the talking, let me just hear you, Margaret. Do sexy bodies, and I'm asking you for obvious reasons. I mean, really. If women have to pay so much for BBL, whatnot, you never really have to pay it. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of Jehovah. Now, while appreciating God for that grace upon your life, may I ask, do sexy bodies keep men?
Let me bring up my shield.
Yeah, please. Because you want to go right there for her.
I'm ready for you too. First of all, when you say do sexy bodies keep men, can a man be kept? Is he a book? Where do you want to keep him?
Margaret, why are you throwing so much?
So sorry about that.
I need a helmet too.
But it's the truth. Can they be kept? No. And I always say one thing: men are moved by what they see. If you like, let your body be sexy. If I be it, let us not even see your waist. If they wanna shit, hey, they are gonna shit. So sexy body cannot keep a man, because if you look at this woman's body and you like her body, you will see another person's body that is hotter than that body. You will still go.
Margaret.
So can you keep a man? No.
We seem to have a day today. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, your name and where you're calling from, please. Yes, good afternoon, your name and where you're calling from. Oh, do well and call, and please, when you call, ensure that your environment is calm, silent enough, so we do not get too much distracted by the background noise. Now, Margaret, you said so much. I couldn't even take enough breath after all that you said before the call.
For this man.
And Naomi already is saying he needs a shield. I believe he does need a shield. Hello, good afternoon, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Hello?
Yes, speak on, please.
Hello?
Speak on, we can hear you.
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Yes, go ahead. You can now talk. What's your name and where you're calling from? Okay, do well and call. But while that call is important, trust me, we equally need to lay a lot of backgrounds in the studios here. And Margaret, I cannot but say flesh and blood did not reveal that to you. Because as a matter of fact, we're talking of a whole human being, be it a man or a woman. It's essentially to say, how can you keep a woman or a man who has decided not to be kept? For me, that's just it. But Laomi, I may not seem to know.
Is the way he's looking at
But,
you.
yeah, because it's ready for you. I
Calm
may not
down.
know what you have ready, but just let me know.
Calm down.
Can sexy bodies keep them?
Hey.
Okay, let's entertain this. Apologies for that. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead and speak.
Hello?
Go ahead and talk. Good afternoon. What's your name?
I think.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
All right, do well and call. We still anticipate your call on the program today. You are watching The Lounge. Now, the numbers to call right there on your screen. But again, 091-3373-4592.
So you're saying, can a sexy body keep a man?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it can. No, at times. Yes,
No, at times.
Let's
At times, Abi.
So he said, yes, it can.
It can. Then
or
no,
no
at times. I just wanted to be sure I heard well.
Yes, because men are moved by what they see, and how well. Hey, no.
Why are you editing it? No,
He's
give
looking.
it to us the
He's
way
looking
let
at
us
me.
hear it the
Blood
way
of
you
Jesus.
think.
He's looking at me. He know that I'm coming for him.
Okay. A man can
Don't
be
worry.
kept, and that's because he sees something that is moving him. Okay.
Hello. Apologies for that again, Lahomi. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Calling from Illinois.
What's your name?
Okay, my name is Prince. I'm calling from Illinois.
All right, King. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, King. We can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, the question is just, can a sexy body keep a man? Okay. My opinion is, the sexy body can actually keep a man. It can only attract a man. It takes only two things to keep a man. That is one, a man that wants to be cared, and the attitude of the woman. So I believe if everybody cannot keep a man, that it can attract a man. So that's my own opinion about it.
Thank you so much, King. That was a brilliant contribution.
Yeah.
So, Lahomi, you have the floor.
So I said yes because a man is moved by what he sees and how well that aspect of that anatomy that he's seeing is attractive to him. Then no, because no matter how a woman is, no matter how sexy a woman is, age sets in. So that's why I said no at times. And when he sees someone more sexier, with a more curvier shape, with a more elevated bustline. So he tends to
Describe it.
go for
Okay.
another one. So that's why I said no at times.
Margaret, I think I see beyond common sense in what you said, trust me. And I think that's equally what King was saying. That's equally what you were saying. You guys should please now sheath your swords right now and let's have a level playing ground.
I don't think I don't think Maggie is going to sheath her sword at all.
No, I'm a gentle person.
She's a gentle lady.
All these yellow people.
Why are you profiling? What
I'm
are
not
you
profiling.
profiling?
No. She no.
Are yellow women your spec?
You people should not believe him. I'm very
Are
gentle.
yellow women your spec?
Say it again, please.
I'm gentle. You can't see it in me.
He's avoiding and evading my question. Are yellow women your spec?
No. I just like good women.
Good women.
Yeah.
Curvy or not?
I love curvy women.
Oh, great. Now,
That
in
is
the
what, you know,
spirit
the way he was describing it that time.
in the spirit of curviness, and especially when you now have to listen to Laomi saying, you know, if it was just about the shape, right? A man can then say, I'm no longer attracted to this. I've seen something better, and then I'm moving on. But honestly, all of us are attracted to something.
Yes, sure.
Man, woman. I mean, it's funny how they say men are moved by sight. True. And me as a woman sits and I'm like, so what about me? Am I not moved by sight? They play.
No, it's
because I mean, we all are moved by sight.
Whether you like it or not, it's a man's world.
In what sense?
Now, a man as old as 60, 70 can still go for something sexier.
But a woman cannot?
A woman cannot because, like I said, age sets in.
They play.
Nah.
Are you joking?
Nah.
You play?
Allow me. Is this playing? Is this playing?
No.
I don't understand. What do you mean by women that are old that can't go for younger men?
No. I'm not saying that.
He is talking about the depreciation, essentially, maybe, of the body parts.
But have you seen some 65, 70, 80-year-old women that have banging bodies?
Yeah.
Women.
Men. But not women.
Women. Yes.
Okay, give me an example, except, let's say Diana Ross. Who else again?
Kate Shanoto. Do you know
Kate she's in her 50s.
Recently, I found that, what's his name? His wife is actually 74 last week. Oh. Then Denzel Washington's wife is older by 4 or 5 years. Beautiful woman. You would... Do you know how old, what's his name? Steve Harvey's wife was, Marjorie. When he went back after her, they stopped playing.
Okay.
Don't make us angry.
No, I must...
You make Melanie enter her element.
Stop playing.
Don't do it.
All right,
okay.
I'm going back.
You know, I think that men are actually moved by what they see. In the actual sense of it all. I mean, something attracts you to a lady. You don't just walk up to something that you don't find attractive or beautiful. You know, when you're passing by something, if the thing does not look appealing to you, you will not go after it. So, of course, something must attract you, whether it's the face or it's the curve or it's something must attract you to
but
the
beyond
lady.
The attraction, what then happens?
Two things. My people, two things can happen. You see that when you're attracted to the woman, all you want to do is get into the paradise. I told you I will use the word paradise. Or you say future there. But before that future come up, let's all be. It's always that. I've heard one or too many scenarios with people have conversations like that, and you know the funny thing about this whole thing is, regardless of how beautiful you are, you can be replaced.
Sure.
Now let's talk about this beauty thing, and I love that we agree. I mean, I do not want us to start controversies from whether or not sexy bodies are a thing. Trust me, they are a thing.
No, they are a thing.
Otherwise, why is so much money going into beauty cosmetics and whatnot? The BBLs is a multi-million-dollar industry. You know, people are having breast implants. You want a certain shape. You just spoke about men being in shape at 60s, and your argument, women. Your argument is actually partially true, because it's essentially to say that, what do we call this thing? Diminishing return. Normally, somebody says to you, it's law of gravity. No matter how perky a woman's breast is, it's bound to fall. No matter how this and that, your face, the jaws would fall. No matter how this, right. But then people now go for Botox, you know, to keep their faces intact. People go for all of these things. If it has no value, people will not invest in this thing. So looks actually does have, looks do have values. While we speak about the value of look, it's equally essential to look at the intentions behind why women feel appreciated because of the looks. if looks were to be able to serve happiness, then indeed there are a lot of people who should not be sad. There are so many happy women, right? And then you end up realizing that happiness is not actually served by looks. Again, there was the argument of Skookie, Margaret, if you remember. And his argument was, oh, okay, so woman, can your look keep the man? And then he went on by saying, see, it will attract him. It will come, it will do. When it goes, well, that's not necessarily the truth of the matter all of the time, but it is true most of the time. And so because of that, we indeed want to know what you think. Can your body, sexy body, keep men? Woman, what do you say? Margaret?
This one, Okoro Kelechi says no, it's brain that keeps a man.
No, I think this is sarcasm. I don't believe it.
You know, so, there's this song I listened to. It's duet by Tom Jones and Jennifer Hudson, where they sang "It's a Man's World." There's a part that Tom Jones said, "Man made them toys." So if you look at that, so I looked at what he was saying, because when he was saying it's a man's world, a man can amass so much wealth and decide to have these women as toys, play with them, and you can just keep them somewhere.
But do you know there are women who decided they don't want to be toys as well? I know women who say to you, no, you can't touch me. So I say, so how do you guys consume it? How do you guys make love and all of that? Just do it. But you know, don't touch. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
How would you do that without touching?
Because indeed, it is because of this value of a thing. So number one, she doesn't want to be a toy. Number two, it's actually not a man's world anymore in 2023.
You think so?
Yes, please. There are choices.
There are choices.
Yes.
Obviously.
There are lots of choices now, Margaret. You need to come back to this one.
It's quite a lot.
You need to be back in this WhatsApp group. And it is why when we talk again of, you know, pleasures and whatnot, women now say to you, to this extent you go, to this extent you don't. People now caught a sort of contract around how we're going to play this game. So way back in university, a senior friend said to me, you know, I do not allow men touch when I get engaged or involved with men, I do not allow them to touch my breast. And trust me, I was still a child of God. I'm still really a child of God. Margaret, don't look at me with bad eye. Bombastic side eye will not do this matter. But now I know things. That's just what I'm trying to say.
You're not wiser.
You didn't know anything
I'm
wiser.
I'm wiser. But at that time, I didn't know much, you know, so I could believe anything anybody said to me, trust me. And so she shared.
Get pregnant then.
I mean, my mom told me the moment I started menstruating that if I sat with a boy, I would be pregnant. And, you know, it still surprises me till tomorrow. I should go back home and have the conversation with her today. But anyways, when she says, oh, she wouldn't, you know, allow for touches and all of that. And then I'm like, how do you guys now do it? I guess I need to bring her on this show. Maybe she has a response. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name? Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yes, what's your name? We can hear you, please. Okay, I do not know. I think he needs to sort something with his network, maybe. Because we hear him, but he doesn't seem to. I mean, so essentially to say that the argument is a man's world, I don't think I want to buy it going forward. Trust me. And allow me, let's not make it a feminist show. Yeah, so you are not saying Melanie is coming out. No. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling us from? Hello, what's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, please do well and call and ensure that you keep your environment as silent as possible when you do. We also want to hear you more than you want to speak to us, trust me. Margaret, we have some more messages. We want to get to them.
No, I've spoken on
Henry said something as well.
Okay, I can see Henry said. But mainly, I would say that men, what attracts you
Me?
will not attract you. How do I don't know how to explain that better than
just to take the pressure off. So women don't think that a sexy body means curvy body alone.
See,
So
there are some men. There are some men.
Wives?
No. That's what I'm saying. No, there are some men that like differentiate. You people, this is your gender.
Now he's looking as if he has a room to become a billionaire.
My finger, put it on my finger inside your eye, my 5 hand. See, they have like different species of men that they like.
No, see, there are billionaires today that
Please, let's
You
not
know
go
them.
To,
They're
let's
making
not go
it sound
to,
like
let's not go to
men
billionaire.
become billionaires.
Leave billionaire.
No, not that. I'm
Leave
only saying
billionaire.
that because one.
What?
Okay, maybe now, for
What?
example, there is a popular billionaire that we know today. I wouldn't mention his name. Loves taking women.
Why would you mention his name?
I know. Recently, no, or let me say, not too long ago, he took a very young wife. A very young wife.
Oh, this guy.
Oh,
now
I do not know. I am not mentioning any name.
No, I'm not mentioning any name too now.
Please.
No, but we can essentially talk around why men keep lots of
so-
women, but this is not the essence
I'm
of this
talking
conversation.
about, yeah. I'm
But it
talking
is
about
that
the
if
fact
the
that they have
sexy
different
body actually
It's
shades.
because of the body.
But if
Now,
the sexy
this
body
person,
gets the same man you're speaking to,
Okay.
He won't
wouldn't
move on
go
to the next.
to get the other
because
woman.
maybe that's why I said yes at times, yes and no at times. Maybe he saw something else that tickled him, that okay, he's getting from another woman, and because he has a wherewithal. So it is with all these.
I think what you are saying is speaking to the conversation around men are polygamous in nature or whatnot. Not just
What are you talking about?
the
The
man could
sexy
equally
man?
have had a first wife who was the most banging.
That
body
one, he is
in that
polygamous in
situation.
nature.
He just wants to go about.
Yes,
with
he's
other women.
polygamous in nature.
But we are
That one is
speaking
different.
essentially to say, Laomi, a young man as you sees a woman who he believes this is my spec, right? And then you go for the woman. But can the woman, is that body enough to hook you with the woman the rest of your life?
No.
That's essentially the conversation.
To me, yes.
The body enough.
No.
The body is enough.
The body.
The body is
So
enough.
even if she puts
the
on
man
weight,
pisses you off and you forget the body, you can't even see the body.
No, because
Is it not my gender?
no,
see the way I'm looking at
Is
him,
it
see
not
my
my
eyes.
gender?
No. You women have a very wonderful way of, like you said, peace.
That's right.
Peace
And it's just
women
nature.
off.
It's just life.
It's nature, yes,
Yes.
we know. And we have to be very calm about it so that we won't go overboard. But now, when you're talking about a woman's body, and you going for that particular body, you know that there is something that will keep you for a long while. Now, but when she now pisses you off, you look at the other aspect that makes her that beautiful that you looked at, that you decided to, okay, let me go and pick this person.
Now I have a
to that
question.
person.
What if life happens?
Like,
And life happens.
like,
So you met a woman, she's all pretty and all of that, and life happens. Life happens like accident. Life happens like childbirth, and she loses her body. Life happens like now she's at peace. There is a phenomenon Margaret described before the show.
Lord of
I may need
Jesus.
that to actually get us there again.
I hope
And
it's
you know,
not
it's
paradise.
essentially, trust me, it's paradise. It's paradise-ish. Margaret loves the
They call it
paradise
peace of
feel.
mind, though.
Absolutely.
That once you advance from the young girl to that adulthood, that
And that things are happening.
things begin to, go on. You get that everywhere just pop, 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 pop.
Now that you've heard her say it herself, the point I was getting
Oh
to,
my God,
honestly,
God
is to
deliver
say,
me today.
I mean, all of these things happen, and these things are life.
Yeah.
The woman now has such big bellies. The waist is no longer tiny as it used to be. She's done surgeries. She could even lose her life.
And you know
from
the funny
doing
thing, there's something they call hormonal imbalance. And I think that we downplay that a lot because most times it's not because most men like to come from the angle of, are you the first person that has given birth, the first person that is married, and all of that. But we usually downplay hormonal imbalance. Sometimes most women put on weight not because they are not watching their weight or they are not trying. There's something called hormonal imbalance. If that thing has happened to you like very well, you will know that this weight of a thing. And if you don't understand your partner or you just think that, why are you just getting fat in there? You're not even taking care of yourself. But sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it's hormonal imbalance.
Hormonal imbalance.
Then you have to go to the
sometimes
hospital,
it's even beyond
actually.
the imbalance. Yes, the hormones play their trick.
Yeah.
There are times that the hormones are just there doing their job, and because of all the other aspects
Several
of life.
things can make people
and
add
you
up,
just
Sha.
really add up. A year ago, I didn't look like this. I was almost a 16, right? And then you look at me today, I think I'm almost back at 12. I should flaunt it.
Are you
Margaret.
12?
I don't know, I think so.
Okay.
And while I'm
said so.
flaunting all of this, I just want to ask myself, I've been with the same man in about 10 years, and we've been through different body shapes. Same me, right? From the time I was just like this,
Cheer
I
up.
saw that your
We do
picture.
not
My
despise
j- my-
days
my-
of little
my
beginnings.
God.
We do, Margaret. You cannot despise days of little
I saw that
beginnings.
picture.
Margaret, you saw it. See it.
Can we? Can the picture go on air?
No.
Oh, it's not for you people.
Let's see the before and the after picture.
And within this 10-year period, Margaret, the same woman, and I'm saying this for us to just see how to, expand this conversation. The same woman has, grown a little bit, and then at a point, I think I became a lot curvier than this, but I wasn't enjoying myself for health reasons, and I had to literally work hard at trimming and getting my body and getting my health back. And it's the same woman. So if, for example, as a matter of fact, the only thing my husband likes is that woman, and look at the space of time, how I seem to have transited from this to this and that. What does it mean? Does it then mean that I no longer have the same man? Should we not look at what it takes to keep men beyond looks? And I need you guys to talk to this.
Well, and when you come from that angle, I think that if you are not comfortable with how your partner looks, I think there's a better way to communicate with that partner than in a condescending manner. Most people don't know how to talk, and they just speak anyhow. Do you understand? If I come and meet you now and tell you that that's your pot belly, I don't want to see it. Will you remove it immediately for me? It doesn't work that way. You have conversations with people and you make them understand why you think that they should lose weight and whatnot. Do you understand? So if you can do that, do you understand? It paves way for better hair. The woman can now say, okay, I want to lose weight. The man can now say, okay, let's go on this journey together. I've seen so many things on the internet where men that are so big, their wives are also so big, they go on that journey together and they lose weight and they come out so happy. And I'm like, you can do that. You can have conversations like that. Don't make the woman or the man feel like they are not. There are some women that even watch their husbands routine. Like, babe, after this time, you go chop fruits. Watermelon, almond nuts that you're afraid. And they will sit down there. Do you understand?
And
so,
I love that you are bringing this conversation even
yes,
to both
it
genders,
happens. It happens.
Not
So it's not like you just decide you just want to blow, because if you blow up too much, your health is involved.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Well, I tend to agree with that, but the thing is this: today's world are just people in today's world are just like, okay, it's about what they see, the bomb, But while I was growing up, I think what people need to do is they should have that, okay, the woman I'm going to be with maybe next 5 years will go through series of body changes. And they have to prepare themselves mentally so that when that change comes, they wouldn't like, why are you like this? I knew that when my wife would give birth, there would be a bit of body change, maybe the belly will come out.
Yes. Maybe the breasts, maybe anything.
So for instance now, when she gave birth, her belly kind of came out, and I'm like, and I knew I said it jokingly, but I know if you just do your normal sit-up for like a month, this belly would at least reduce. I said it in a joking manner.
Oh my Jesus.
And in a loving manner too, because
did she take it well?
Yeah, she did, because I know that women are sensitive when it comes to that aspect.
Very.
They'll tell you that so I went through the 9 months journey, I are now dissing me because of of the effect. So you can do, just sit up and all your curves will come out.
But what if she did it and the belly never went back?
Are
we open to these possibilities?
I am open to it because, number one, I've prepared myself mentally for that. 10, 20 years from now, definitely she would have changed.
You also won't look the same.
Yes, that is it.
All right, thank you for agreeing.
And you have
You're still watching, absolutely. You're still watching The Lounge. Now, today we've been talking about a very sort of sensitive topic, and honestly, do sexy bodies keep men? Now, there was a video insert that we played earlier that helped to shape the conversation. I want to take a quick break to quickly get to it again. What exactly did Brother Skookie Picham say about what Auntie has said? Go and listen to this and come back with us.
Booty was the secret. Then the girls with all these artificial asses will be happily married by now. If you want to keep a man, Nyash cannot be.
The earlier every one of you realizes, the better it will be for us.
Men, when they see big booty, the type of these booties that we see nowadays, all they think is, I just want to see what's there. Guys are going to pursue you. They're going to give you gifts, shower you with attention out of curiosity. not necessarily out of attraction.
Even go.
Once he sleeps with you, he's gone. Because he satisfied his curiosity until maybe you post some fire pictures again 2 months later. Now his curiosity has come back up. Then in that case, he now wants to come and taste it again.
Chai!
If your appearance is your largest asset, you're going to do some whole shit.
Man is the way you're supposed to keep yourself. A lot of times women meet their man, they get obese, they stop dressing, they stop getting their hair done, they stop looking nice. And men like it's physical, honey. They want to look at something sexy. You gotta keep yourself together. I gotta look nice. I gotta have my makeup done. When I'm at events, I look different.
Single shot. All right, you are watching The Lounge, and that was indeed for us the conversation shaper for all that we've been doing this afternoon. We essentially want to know what you think about the power of a sexy body. I'm told that a sexy body has, lots of powers, but I just want to say I'm not moved by what I see. I know who I be.
Maggie can finish it for you.
She won't.
I can't. I don't know it. I don't need to pretend that I know songs
she's always
that I cannot
she's
finish.
always advising me.
And I've advised her. You see the way I was looking at her.
That you cannot.
You see the way I was looking at her.
Just have two lines and you
when songs come, I must obey. It's a sort of she must obey. You don't forget.
you now finish.
So we have a message here from Okoro Kelechi again. He says, having a sexy body doesn't really keep a man. It's not enough. But a sexy body with other good qualities and values will definitely work. So we have Henry Vincent and Yala who says, yes, to a very long extent, but maybe not forever.
Yeah, sense.
Yeah.
Sense. And I think the not forever is what Skokie was saying. Okay, so when you put up a new picture of you looking so hot, the man thinks, let me go back for another one. But while that's not always the conversation, there are men who would almost always only go for what they believe is what looks good. Now, every man believes what he has looks good,
True.
which is the relativity to beauty. You know when they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. And you see some couples and you're asking yourself, what did the man see? In short, me, I used to look. It's confession time. We need a bell on the lounge. So that on days like this, when I want to say things, I can just say, don't come for me. But there are times, I'm telling you the truth. Since the time I was a single girl, they will forgive me in advance. Because, from the time I was a single girl, my friends and I would come back, from church sometimes and say, did you see that couple? Did you see, oh my God, that Mr. and all of that. And then I got married and then I found that after a while, if I'm not careful, I'm not fine again. My husband is the only fine man. And then I'm telling myself, what's going on? You're a baby girl. You need to work hard. You need to try.
Yeah.
And again, you see some couples and they are dead in love. But then you see the wife, you're like, Auntie, how did you hook him? How did it happen?
And because he literally saw beyond the beauty.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not working with the beauty or the sexiness anymore.
Right.
He's working with something different.
Because when life life or maybe when you...
No, life didn't
Life
happen.
do not... See,
Even
it's not a
aside
matter of life happens safe.
So I
I
don't
don't
think
think
allow
that
me
is
to
it.
help me, really.
Okay, now,
because if we're saying men is just see what they see. See, there are times when you see women, we're not saying they are ugly, but essentially maybe they don't just fit the societal structure, standards of, where we say shapey, sexy and whatnot. And then you're saying the man is here, the man is staying.
He knows what he's saying.
No,
Allow me explain.
the thing is this. A man is moved by what he sees. True. But after a while, it is the inner qualities that makes the woman even more sexier. For example, if the woman has this ability to just like plan ahead. Like for instance, me, when it comes to managing of funds, I am very bad at it. I want to buy everything.
So there are things sexier than the body.
So when I trust it with my wife, and okay, she handles it. Okay, that to me it's like a turn on.
Wow.
Honestly, I won't lie to you. Although I struggle at times, or I struggle at times too, because yes, I'll say yes, I am the man. I have to keep the funds, but I know that yes, when I give it to her, she handles it well. And when that happens, I'm like, wow. And I like women who like when they pursue the educational when they aspire to become better.
More?
You can't just tell me that we're just ordinary diploma. I'm not, but just aspire to be better in what you're doing. That's just it.
Okay, thank you. As we are aspiring to aspire and aspiring to perspire, we seem to have another message. Margaret, we are here for you.
Obina says, the notion of whether sexy bodies can keep men is complex, encompassing various factors and perspectives, while physical attractiveness can indeed have an impact. It is essential to approach these subjects with nuance, considering men and women in different contexts.
I believe that it captured it, you know, it captured it so well. And I was going to say, as the question I asked while you were speaking, indeed, that are there other things sexier than the body to men? Maybe it's high time we started to talk about this. There are people who are actually attracted to your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you.
I know men who are like, no, leave the body. I mean, what are we going to do together? We're going to do the do.
They've seen the future.
But can we really hold conversations?
Yeah.
Can we exist in the same space?
Yeah, they
and not be bored?
Yeah, they literally see a future with you because of how you think. You don't just think like this. When you're seated with them, things that they've not even thought of, you're already there. There are people like that that are quite sapiosexual. I think that's what they call them. They love intelligent people. And so when they have such people with them, they just go all out. Like, this is the one I want to marry. My future is bright.
That was the turn on Naomi was.
But you know the thing, there's another thing that, you know, I've been listening to everything that we have been saying, including myself. And then something just comes to me like, the truth is, most women tend to forget themselves when they get married.
So true.
Do you understand? So yes, we might argue that a sexy body cannot really keep a man because it's not a book that can be kept. It's only a man that wants to be kept that will be kept.
Why would you
But
say that now?
yes, it's the truth. But the thing that is there is this: most women tend to forget themselves when they get married.
Let her finish.
Because you're asking why she was saying that.
Do you understand? So I just think that we can do better for ourselves.
Margaret, you're thinking well, you're speaking well.
We can do better for ourselves.
I love what you're saying. And it's almost like we try to just shy away from...
Because most people have the notion of once I get married, it's only my husband. So after him,
do you know,
nobody else matters.
My neighbor saw me on Rapper and she says, oh, so you tie Rapper? And then I'm like, today is just a lazy
Please, you
day.
can be
Because
so
I can
hot
never
in
be,
your house.
I can never be caught dead, right? Tying a wrapper. And just when I didn't know anybody was watching, anybody was paying attention. And so she did say and said, you know, like a neighbor that is so close, you know, comes into my house and out. And then she said, oh, so you tie wrapper? I'm like, I just lost. Today I just lost. I just been fine waiting. I just lost. I mean, I said that to say that we mustn't like forget ourselves.
Yeah, it's very important.
It's important.
I agree with...
and even when I'm breastfeeding, I'm not caught with... Do you know what it takes to breastfeed? Like, you are just all there. You have to pack yourself. It's a lot. But I tell myself, no, I'm not going to tie a wrapper. Why? Growing up, I saw a lot of women who tie wrappers. And I used to look at them and say, what's going on? Are you guys okay? Are you fine? I feel... looking that way does not present you well. And you know, if we're talking about presentation, I just feel you have to always like look the part. If you get what I'm saying, Margaret, don't look at me like that. But it's important to look the part.
She don't travel.
And I've traveled. Don't go.
I agree with Maggie. I think it's so strange I'm agreeing with her. Okay.
Wow.
Why did you call her Maggie? Why didn't you call her Maggie? Why did you call her Maggie?
I don't want to sound like
I forgive you. I'm a nice
so now
person.
the thing is this: when she said women tend to forget themselves, I agree with her because when there are some women when they get married, they just
it's easy to be like
that. Will say what
it's easy to be like that.
But let me make an example of my wife. I tell her that see me before we got married, I like bomb shots. Wear your bomb shots.
Did you buy it?
Continue.
Or scarf.
You bought Abby?
Or scarf.
Nice. That's it. Nice. That's
I
it.
You like it,
you invest in it. That's all.
When we are going out, I like you wearing things that, yes, people will look and I will say, that is my wife.
What do you gain?
It's the pleasure for me.
What do you gain? What pleasure?
Do you know how my wings come out? They come out like a peacock.
The girl.
Yeah.
Hey.
No,
1,000 yards.
No, because it's like me telling them that, see, she's mine. There was a time we went to the supermarket and one guy was just chatting out. Because he got to come in. I was just like, this is what we are paying for. I paid for. The only thing I said that God will help you if you don't come out with me as I'm leaving.
Don't vex.
That was it.
Baba don't beg so.
But that was the only thing I was waiting for.
Men that are very jealous.
Because it's the turn on for me. Because it's not just about the body.
Please leave him more.
No, it's the truth. Because
Melanie, come back to yourself.
I am not saying that. See, I am.
It's an adult conversation.
Come back.
I see other women that are sexier than her.
True.
But the only thing that keeps me is because, okay, this value she's bringing to the table.
What if the value diminishes? What then happens?
The value can never diminish.
I'm just saying.
It can't, because you don't give what you don't have. True. So if you are talking at the initial stage, how did I even meet my wife? I only met her on Facebook and we chatted, and that was it.
Margaret, revelations are happening on the lounge.
If I could have seen that in her, and I invested in her, so what else again? Yes, I'll see other women that are sexy. I'll see other women that are on my banging body.
As a balance to this conversation, women also see men with banging bodies,
true.
looks.
Very correct too.
So what now keep women cute? What keeps us focused?
Did you say sand?
Did you say money?
Like
Torchlight. No. What torchlight? I thought it meant money.
No, turn us over for now.
What are you searching for?
No, leave him. This guy.
Now, I asked this just so while we are holding this conversation and we're making a wrap in a short while, we actually, put a balance to this whole, what do we say when a woman doesn't now find the man attractive anymore? Let's just speak to this as we make a wrap. It happens. Women have what they look for in men too. Margaret, what does it for you?
For someone like me, I'll have a conversation with you. I don't like this thing that is happening to you. What can we do?
E.g., big
tummy, or maybe you're having like breakouts, and I'm not a fan of breakouts. I would literally look for something that I can do for you. I will not just Faraday. But if you ask me that time that I was like 16, 17.
You're gone.
But is it true? No. If we want to actually be realistic, then nobody's really thinking so much of, we know a reason future that time. What's future with you? You are just, there's one guy that is liking you. It's cruise. So literally, you're not giving what he has given before. Pack and go. That's literally, in all honesty, that's like literally it. But in the actual sense of the word now, I'll have a conversation with you because it could be me.
Yeah.
So instead of me to insult you and make you feel small, no, we'll have a conversation about it because that's what I expect if I'm in that position.
That you do for me.
Yes.
Because I don't want to rule out the fact that it's not only women who lose shape, men equally do. So, if you were to lose shape today, what would you expect your wife to do? What would you do yourself?
I wouldn't want to lose shape in the first place because I know that for my height and for my size, it won't go well. It won't go well. Imagine me, I am not.
So what would you want your wife to do?
Before she tells me, I'll know that, Mama, give yourself sense. So, this belly is coming out. The only thing I can allow to come out is just the pommel on the back of my head.
Which shows that it's plenty.
What is pommel?
Money. No, the folds that men love. Men love. I grew to understanding and realizing that men love.
Do you know the passion it gives when you go to a barber shop and you hear the sound of the clipper? When
that is.
Instead of going
really.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for such a beautiful conversation.
Oh my God.
Today. We don't know what you're talking about loud. We never know, trust me. But we feel you. And we give you the right to actually enjoy that. Now, this has been our conversation today. We've talked around what keeps men, literally. If you looked on the flip side of sexy bodies, keeping or not keeping men. What's more than a sexy body? And while the conversation goes on our comment section, we're grateful for those who have tried to call, who have successfully called, and we hope that you keep it real with us next time on The Lounge. My name is Melanie Ishola, and I've been joined today by
Margaret Sazua
and catch us again next week. Goodbye.
See ya.
Madam, why were you doing press?
I know that.
When you try to tell us that that's what keeps a man, what's your problem?